Overthinking is not depth. It is weakness disguised as intelligence. You tell yourself you're processing. No, you're stalling. You are negotiating with fear. And fear is winning. Overthinking is the behavior of someone who wants control, but is terrified of consequence. So instead of acting, you simulate. You rehearse conversations that will never happen. You replay mistakes no one else remembers. You imagine outcomes before you've earned them. And every scenario ends the same way. You stay still. That's the pattern. Overthinking doesn't make you smarter, it makes you slower. And in a world that rewards speed of execution, slow hesitation becomes silent defeat. Here's what you don't want to admit. You overthink because you're afraid to be exposed. Afraid your idea isn't that good. Afraid you're not that capable. Afraid someone will see you try and fail. So you hide behind analysis. Analysis feels safe. Action feels vulnerable. And you choose safety every time. Let's go deeper. Overthinking is a control addiction. Your mind believes that if it predicts every possible outcome, it can avoid pain. But prediction is not prevention. It's paralysis. The more variables you calculate, the more threats you invent. Your brain is wired for survival, not success. So when you sit in silence thinking, your mind scans for danger. And it finds it. Every time. You call it being realistic. But realism is often just pessimism with better vocabulary. You don't need more clarity. You need courage. Overthinking is self-sabotage in slow motion. You don't crash dramatically. You decay quietly. Opportunities expire. Momentum fades. Confidence erodes. Not because you're incapable, because you delayed. And delay compounds. The longer you wait, the bigger the action feels. The bigger it feels, the scarier it becomes. So you think more, which makes it worse. This is the trap. You think you're avoiding failure, but you're practicing it. Every time you hesitate, you reinforce the identity of someone who hesitates. Identity is repetition, and repetition builds character. Overthinking is how you train yourself to doubt. And doubt, repeated long enough, becomes personality. Now here's the brutal part. You don't actually want certainty. You want zero discomfort. But growth demands discomfort. Exposure, risk, judgment, loss. The people you admire? They feel doubt too. They just don't negotiate with it. They move while their mind is still questioning. You wait for silence. They act through noise. Overthinking is intellectual cowardice. It allows you to feel involved without being accountable. Because as long as you're still thinking, you're not responsible for results. No action, no failure, no judgment, but also no progress, no dominance, no transformation. You are not overwhelmed. You are undisciplined. Undisciplined in thought. Undisciplined in emotional tolerance. You let every doubt sit at the table and speak. And you listen. Powerful minds don't eliminate doubt. They limit its influence. They don't argue with fear. They outpace it. Overthinking stops the moment action starts. Not perfect action, immediate action, messy action, decisive action. Because motion rewrites identity, and identity reshapes thought. If you keep analyzing, you will keep shrinking. If you keep waiting, you will keep watching. You don't need another strategy. You need a decision. Overthinking ends when dominance begins. Move before you feel ready. Decide before you feel safe. Execute before your mind builds excuses. Because the mind that constantly questions will never command. And leaders command.